Alright, so I'm going to do something after this video. Sorry for the last video. I remember that I did not include a very important process. Now, the other important process is what we call drawing molding by hand. So you have to use a tool called running line. Alright? Now, how do you do that? That's quite easy. Once you select the tool called running line under annotations, you click. Then you begin to draw your moldings. Now, just a quick warning, you need to draw the line first and then follow the next process. But whatever you draw using this method, right, is going to be laid at the bottom of the drawing. For example, you can see the height. Whatever I'm drawing right now on the floor plan will be finished right here at the bottom. So I will have to move what I've done to the top of this molding. Do you understand? So let me do that quickly. You cannot draw from the elevation, but you can only draw on the floor plan. That's how 2020 works. So now I'm going to be working counterclockwise, okay? So check this out. I'm going to start this one. Start from here. You click at the point. Now, when you're playing with points, remember points are very funny. Once you click at the next end, snap there. Wait, do not move your mouse. Then for a few seconds, maybe like 2 seconds, then you can go up, okay? Now, if you don't do that, your directions will alter. I'll show you something which I don't want to show, but it's going to give me too much headache. Look at where my mouse is right now. You click there, you wait, you move. Click there, you wait, you go up, okay? Remember, you got to wait for seconds. If not, everything's going to go, you're going to change directions of this line. So click at the end point, wait for a second or two, and move left. Now, you click there. Now, that's the last point, okay? Now, it's still active. You can either press escape, but I always learn my lesson to just right-click, okay? Now, right-click ends the command. Now that I've done this, my line is actually at the bottom. If you look at it in elevation, it's right at the bottom, but you can't see because it's just a single line. Now, what do? You right-click on the line, okay? Right-click, and you go to this tool called Make 3D. Once you click on that, a box is going to open up. Now, you have to look at, we're dealing with this catalog called Forever Mark 17A. That's the catalog name. Now, make sure you select Forever Mark 17A from the trims section, okay? And then this is how you do toe kicks, this is how you do bottom moldings, and this is how you do top moldings. But today we're dealing with top moldings. So you click on the top molding, and remember we did a vertical molding, which is W F6. This is what we use initially. So you click on this, or you double click, or you click and click place. Now wait for a second. 2020 builds that up. Now we've got a problem. The problem is it's showing that this is an invalid section. The reason why, that's why we're getting this blue line section. If you click on this, right, and look at the bottom, something's going to pop up here. 2020 has a new ability in 11.8 to show you what the issues are. So once you wait for a second, it's going to pop up. You see that, right? What's it saying? It says length of section exceeds maximum length of model chosen. So how do you adjust this one so you can get proper pricing? Fastest way to do it. Each molding length is actually 8 feet long. There's some that they can go to 10 feet long, but this is how you resolve this problem. You can right click on this place, or you go to the elevation, right click, and you click on edit. Okay, what I want to do is to reduce the length. So I'm going to do 2 moldings. I will delete this one. Okay. Oh my, did I just delete everything? Well, luckily, I wouldn't suggest that, because this is probably what you should do. Delete it from point to point, okay? So right-click at the point, right-click at the point, make sure it's on point, not on line. Now you see that's a line, but move to the point and right-click there, it says point. Then select delete point. It deletes that. This is another point now, but you don't want to delete this point. You want to left click to select the point. Left click, wait for a second. Now drag backwards. Where is my mouse? OMG, I did the wrong thing. So left click just like that. Okay, now move downwards. You see that? Now I think I can stop here because that looks like a 10 feet or 8 feet long. But if you want to be sure, just drag it a little bit. Maybe you stop. Snap. Always use a good reference point. Snap here, right here, and end the command and say accept. I got a phone call coming in, but I'll give you a call back. I'm going to pause this video in a few seconds, and I'll come back to this recording. Okay, so now that I've done that, where did I stop now? Oh my. Okay, I stopped there. That's where it ended. You can see the last arrow point. So we'll leave it there. Okay, that's beautiful. You have to create this again. So once you start having section issues, how did it get all the way that far? Oh my, let me edit this one more time. Edit. Wait for it. Select the point and drag forward. All right. And snap right there. Okay. Why does this keep happening, man? Select and drag. See what I'm saying? So that's the right point I wanted, correct. So once you do that, you say, okay, oh, section is still too long. Oh dear, too bad. So let me reduce it again one more time. Oh wow, that's funny. It's a long section then. Edit again. Let me drag it backwards. Let me start from here. I'll start there, snap there. Okay, and let me say accept. So that's a good section line. So that means if it's the next one I draw, if it's too long, I have to do another one, making 3. Now this is very useful. It's a cumbersome process, but it's good when you're dealing with multiple. Now I clicked on running line again to continue my snap at the same last spot this guy ended, the first one. So click there and you keep drawing up again. All right, I'll take it to the end again, snap there, and to the end, snap there, right click, and that ends it, right? Right click again and go to make 3D. All right, remember you have to select the correct catalog. It's already selected, and we're doing top molding, and we're using the WF696. all right, you can double click as well, just double click. Now the section is also too long. So that's a lot of work, man. We have to do one more. So let's right click on this one again, edit. Let's delete this this point right here. Delete that point. Now select this point with a left click, drag it down, snap right there. Okay, and that ends that command. You say accept. All right, let's do our last one. Go to your running line again, snap to the end point. Remember, I'm snapping to the outside, not to the inside. If you snap to the inside, it's going to be staggered, so you have to be on the same line, exterior line. Okay, snap there, and then you move up. You snap to that end, and then you move to the left. Snap to that end, you right click. That ends the command. Right click again, go to make 3D. Remember, the catalog has to be the correct one. Top molding. Then I go here, which is a WF, this one, double click, and it's done. So now for this to work, really, I had to do 3 sections. So it means something that when 2020 calculates total length of molding there, you have to buy 3, apparently. 3 8-foot long molding. All right. So, but if you have done it automatically, you won't see all these lines, but it's going to show the breaks anyway. And once the breaks are showing, it's going to calculate 3 for you. But now I just did it manually. Now this process is very useful if you have a complex shape and the molding will not run through. Your best choice is to manually draw it this way. Once you finish drawing it and making it 3D, it will place it on the ground floor, on the ground at 0 level. Now you will have to move this up. How do you do that? You can actually left click and take it up. Okay, drop there, left click, oops, be careful with the left clicking. So that's the first process. Left click and drag it up. All right. Let me show you the second option. Right click, okay, and then you see up and down arrow, which is the best. So you take it up and you snap there. All right. Then the last one is this one, which is also the up and down arrow. You take it up. Now, if you don't know the height you want to take it to, supposing there's no reference point, like you want to snap somewhere, if you don't know, how do you now decide the height? Now, look at this arrow on the side as it's moving. It's showing the distance from the bottom. Right now, it's at 36 inches from the bottom, and it's about 67, 316 from the top. But you can see this cabinet is placed at exactly 96 inches to the top. So I can actually type here, right here, and say 96 and press enter. It takes me back up there. So I've done 3 ways to move this. Click, left click and drag up, right click, select move up and down, or right click, select up and down, and then input your height from the floor. So once that is done, if you look at this in the 3D view, our crown mold is already there. You see that? But it's got, you can see the 3 points, 1, 2, and the 3 sections. So those are the 3 types of crown mold. Now, the good part of this is that if you want to place the upper crown molding on top of this one, you do not have to do single lines anymore, because this is a continuous process. So automatically, all you need to do is to drag this and place it on any face, okay? Just any face right here towards the upper side and let it go. Funny, look at what's going on. Because of my sections, it's also giving me sectional upper section. All right. Now, it's better you do it that way, okay, so that you don't run into the same problem. And that's it. All done. Now, we got a problem. This is too high. So there are 2 ways you can do that. Remember, you can right click on this. You say up and down. All right. Now, up and down at this point, you can decide to put up and down. You come to this side and you change it to 93, 99 from the bottom. It drops it down. You see that? That's one option of moving up and down. Now, check out this one too. If I say right click, up and down, but if I'm taking it up, it's not coming down. What's going on? You need to hold your control key. All right. You click on control, select your control key down, press the control key down, and then it can go down. The purpose of the control key is for it to bypass the obstacles. So if you do it down, you can see what's going on. It wants to snap. All right. So once you left click, it will automatically snap to that end. Easy. Now the other way is this one, which is the best one. The one I taught you about, the EO height offset. Right click on the vertical molding, you go into this zone and click on attributes. All right, the EO height offset. Under the molding variables tab, you come to the EO height offset, change this to 3 inches, and you apply. All right, you can see from here. Can you see what's going on? Once you do that, once you apply, then you go to the molding. Automatically is right. It drops itself to the same thing. So if we take a look at this in the 3D rendering, now we're back again. Good job, right? Hey, so you need to practice this all the time. Keep doing this until you get perfect. Every angle you do is the same thing. You can draw it manually, place it on top. If your sections are too long, break it and do the sections again. Continue again until you get it. It's easy, but you need practice. All right. So thanks for watching, and this is Anthony, Kitchenetal Design Plus. Talk to you guys later. Bye.